Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the one and only Paragon John coming back at you with another video. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. You could have clicked any video on the internet, but you chose to click this one. So, guys, I want to talk about jobs, okay? I want to talk about 9-to-5s, and specifically I want to talk about how it's never really a good idea, at least in my opinion, to attach your identity around, your job or your 9-to-5, or like build your self-esteem around your job, like make it your entire identity, make it your entire personality. Like, what I do at this 9-to-5 is like who I am. It's completely, my identity is like totally wrapped up in this. It's like the only thing I care about, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not really a good idea to do that, because when it comes to 9-to-5s, when it comes to these kind of more entry-level jobs and things like that, and like these corporate jobs, or fast food, or whatever kind of industry that you're in, whatever kind of job that you're in, the reality is, when it comes to jobs, is that anybody's replaceable. Okay, even if you think you're not, even if you think that you play the political game super well at your job, or you're super well connected with the powerful people at the job, the people that have like the high titles or whatever. I'm super well connected. We're friends, bro. You know what I mean? I'm friends with everybody at my workplace, and all the management and all the higher ups and stuff like this. And we get beers after work together. We like text each other, or we have little conversations and stuff in private or whatever. You're still not safe at a job if you do that. Okay, I mean, they're gonna get rid of you for any reason they want. If you're in like an at-will state, or you know what I mean, if you're in the United States, they can get rid of you for any reason they want to, and they will do it. If they reach some kind of financial struggle, or they need to lay people off, or whatever the case may be, you're basically always replaceable at any given moment when it comes to a 9-to-5 job, even if you think you're not. Like, you can be the highest performing person at your job. You know what I mean? You can take pride at what you do. You can love what you do. You can be really, really hard working at what you do at your job. You can be the hardest working person in there. You can be the most passionate person in there. None of this kind of stuff matters, because everyone is replaceable. They can fire you or let you go at any moment, for any reason, anytime they feel like it, or for whatever reason that they have. The people that run the organization that you work. I mean, that's just the truth. Now, you would think that, like, if you worked really hard, or you're like an invaluable employee, or like you're like very well liked or something like that at your job or at your 9-to-5, you would think that would help in terms of like job security, in terms of keeping you around. And I'm not going to sit here and act like you should not take your job seriously, or you shouldn't do a good job while you're there. You shouldn't do everything in your power to keep it. You obviously should. You know what I mean? If that's your main way of making income. I'm not trying to suggest that you should like quit your job, or like do really poorly at it, or something like that. Like, you should do as well as you can, do what you can to keep the job, obviously, but the truth is, you're replaceable at any moment. They can let you, like I said, they can let you go for any reason at any given time for whatever they want. So it's like, I say all this to say that you should really be doing your own type of thing if you can. Like, you should have your own kind of side hustle, your own side business, your own kind of hustle, your own kind of way of making income, because not that you should have to rely on it. Like, a lot of people rely on their 9-to-5 as their main source of income, and that's totally fine. I'm not trying to judge anybody or anything like that. I'm in the same boat myself, but we all have to work jobs to a certain degree. I mean, nobody is perfect, but with that said, I do think it is important to work on your own type of thing outside of the 9-to-5. Have your own sort of thing going on, your own business, your own sort of, like, maybe you create art, like selling your art, or selling your music, or whatever it is that you do. I mean, whatever kind of skills that you have, whatever kind of talents that you have, if you put those to use, put those to your own use, and build your own type of thing in your free time, when you're not at the 9-to-5, or whatever your situation is, I feel like that's a better thing to do, because you could always fall back on something like that of your own. Something of your own could always take off. You never really know. So you should always invest in yourself more than you like invest into a 9-to-5. You shouldn't build your entire identity and your entire sense of self and your entire self-esteem from a job, because the job can get rid of you like this. They just can, and trust me, they will. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've seen videos online of people who have been loyal to a company for or an organization or an agency or whatever for 20-30 years, and then they reach the age of retirement, and then all of a sudden they don't get their pension, or the company screws them over in some way out of their retirement or whatever. These type of things happen. So you really shouldn't be loyal to a company all that much, because they're not loyal to you, really. You know what I'm saying? If they're loyal to you, maybe you can be loyal to them, but if they're not loyal to you, there's no reason to be loyal to them, and there's no reason to build your entire sense of self-esteem, or like build who you are around like your job. It's like, I work at this place, or I do this thing, so therefore that's who I am. It's like, no, it doesn't have to be that. You know what I mean? Like me personally, guys, I'm a filmmaker, and that's what I do. That's not necessarily who I am. You know what I mean? So if you work retail, or you work in the restaurant business, or you work in some kind of creative field, or some kind of physical field, or whatever it is, it's not who you are. You know what I mean? It's not who you are. It's just what you do. And I'm not saying that it's not a good thing to have like a career, or have something that you do in life that you're extremely passionate about and you want to like achieve success in and things like that. It's good to do those things. I have a career myself. I'm ambitious in my career. I want to do well in my career and all that sort of stuff, and that's all great. That's all positive things. But at the same time, it's good to understand that these companies, these 9-to-5s, they don't care about you as an employee. They really don't, even if they claim to. I mean, they will drop you like a hat, you know what I'm saying, at the earliest convenience for them. They really don't care about you. Companies don't care about you. Organizations don't care about you. Hey, I mean, listen, some organizations might be filled with really great people. Some workplaces might have some great bosses or great management that you can get along with, and they probably won't screw you over. Like, I'm not saying that good management and good corporations and good companies don't exist. They do, but a lot of them are not very good. A lot of them are not who they claim to be. A lot of them are not as employee centric as they think, or as they say. They will cut their losses if they need to for whatever reason. So that's kind of the video, guys. Just don't necessarily build your identity around your job or around what you do, or anything like that. What you do is not who you are. It's just what you do. Even if you happen to love what you do. I'm somebody who likes what I do, but even still, I separate what I do from who I am. It's good to just know that you as an individual, as a human being, is worth something, and has self-esteem that's not based on the fact that you have a job, or is separate from your job. Your sense of self-worth is separate from your job or your 9-to-5 or whatever work that you do. I think it's important to understand that. And don't be loyal to a company that's not loyal to you. You should always have your own thing outside of the workplace, outside of the 9-to-5 that you're working towards. So yeah, that's the video, guys. My name is John. Thank you guys for listening. I do want to say thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, there's a lot of new people, a lot of new faces here on the channel. My video talking about evil people pretending to be nice kind of took off a little bit on YouTube. So thank you guys for viewing the channel that are new. I appreciate you. And thank you guys for listening. Don't build your identity or your sense of self-worth around your job. My name's John. Thank you guys for listening.